Good morning and welcome to Real TV. I'm Zachary and welcome to the program. Today's guest that I'm going to be interviewing today is a well-known Winnipeg-based comedian and also a national icon in Canada. He's a writer, a producer, and a performer. He's also performed in many venues, including the CBC Winnipeg Comedy Festival, the Moncton Comedy Festival, and the big comedy festival, the Just the Last Festival in Montreal, Quebec. He's also currently this year touring, and next year, touring schools and workplaces talking about depression, suicide, and bullying. So please welcome to the big house, Big Daddy Tazz.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Mr. Zach.
So, let's get started. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you get started in comedy?
How did I get started in comedy? I knew when I was about 8 years old that I wanted to be a comedian. Back in the day, there was only 3 channels on my TV, and then we got cable, so now we had like 6 channels or 7 channels. It was fantastic, and there was a TV show that back in the day. It's still on now. It's called The Tonight Show, and I saw a guy by the name of Dean Martin making Johnny Carson, who was the host at the time, laugh so hard. He just tears were coming out of his eyes, and I knew that's what I wanted to be. And then I realized that I was doing the same thing. I was making people laugh so they wouldn't bully me, and became the class clown. So when they would bully me and I would make them laugh, they left me alone. So it was just sort of a natural progression to today. I love making people laugh, Zach. I'll tell you straight out. It doesn't matter if it's like 40,000 people at a country fest over a number of days or one person by accident at Safeway, right? I just like making people laugh.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this question. If you feel uncomfortable to answer it, then that's fine by me. As a person who has attention defect, manic depression, dyslexia, what keeps your confidence up when you go on stage?
What gives me confidence with my my mental illnesses don't rule my life, right? They are just a part of me, and it's not that it gives me, I need something to give me confidence on stage. Stage is my confidence. See, even a one-on-one interview with like this, and I've known you for years, right? Yeah. It makes me more uncomfortable than to be in front of a stage in front of thousands of people, because that's my domain. That stage is mine. I get to say what I want, how I want to say it, and I rule the roost there. In everyday life, I'm but one little speck in the whole universe. But on that stage, I am who they came to see, and I'm who the lights are on. So I have more confidence on stage than I have off stage, for most of the part anyway.
Okay. So I like to shift gears and talk about your anti-bullying career. So why did you decide to do this campaign?
Well, I've decided that this year is my anti-bullying year. And it's not really anti-bullying, because I don't believe in anti-bully, because a bully is going to be a bully is going to be a bully forever. We all know we've had bullies that were young, and we have bullies that are old, but my job is to go to schools, and my passion is to go to schools and teach about bully proofing themselves. Give kids good self-esteem, good body image, understand that no matter what somebody says, it can't get through to you if you believe in your heart that you're a good person. And it stems from my childhood when I got bullied so much. I got bullied a lot. I was the fat kid. Now some schools don't even allow you to use the word fat in school, right? I was the kid with the big thick glasses. To this day, I'm almost terrified to wear my glasses in public because of the negative memories that it brings up. It really actually stops me from wearing glasses in public. And the belittlement I felt, and I felt not worthy of having friends, and the friends that I did have were not true friends. I was just taking whoever I could, right? And I saw, at one point in time, I just stopped evaluating me by what other people thought I was worth. And I want kids to understand that. See, that took me until I was in my 30s to do that. So I want kids to understand that a bully should not affect your life if you understand yourself really well. So I go into schools, and I have this. We've taken my Jeep, and we've covered it in sparkle pink and sparkle teal and sparkle purple, and this is anti-bully machine on the side. My license plate says the letter N, letter T, bully, anti-bully. And we go into the schools, and now my idea is to get young kids, usually K to 4, I talk about bullying, and get them to promise not to be a bully. Then they come outside, and I give them a marker, and they sign my Jeep. So when I go to SEMA next year, which is a great big car show in Vegas, that vehicle is covered, completely covered, with the exception of the windows, with signatures of young children that promise not to be a bully. And then that's what I like to do is I'm about prevention. Curing can be for somebody else. I can't cure people. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a counselor, I'm nothing more than a guy with a passion. But what I can do is prevent. And if we prevent people from being able to be bullied, then we can prevent the bullying. Because I'm going to tell you, Zach, here on a little side note, you and I have both been bullied, right? We know how bullies affect us and make us feel and make us sad and make us dark and make us not feel 100%. They take our joy out of our day and make it a very cloudy, dark day. And I don't want that anymore. You know what really bothers me is the fact that in some of these schools, bullying is not being addressed because some administrations are afraid of conflict with the parents. So what happens is kids have to leave the schools because they're being bullied instead of the bully being suspended and being kicked out, right? And kids are losing their lives. They're taking their lives because they've been bullied so much, and it just breaks my heart. So I've dedicated this year to make a difference, and if it takes another decade, then I'm going to make a difference, because I'm tired of young men and women and young kids taking their lives simply because somebody chose them as a target. And I'm very tired of the school systems not stepping up when they need to step up and we'll see where the problem is. If a child has a peanut allergy, the whole school conforms around that child. But if a child is getting bullied, it seems like everybody sort of ignores it, thinking the problem is going to go away. And it's not going to go away. We have to face it head on, and we have to institute change, and we have to take the bullies and make them responsible for their actions. Be that action making somebody sad, or that action actually of somebody taking their life. That bully is responsible for both of those actions. And that's why I do what I do.
Thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time to come out and do the interview. Very much, Big Daddy Tazz. And thank you, everyone, for watching. And if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Twitter at L'Oreal SDTV, and also on youtube.com/ATC Broadcast Media. And also you can follow our guest here at facebook.com/Big Daddy Tazz, and on twitter.com/@Big Daddy Tazz Winnipeg. Until next time, I'm Zachary Kitchen, and signing off for Real TV. Bye for now.